Understanding the muscle groups, or at least the functionality of the muscle groups, is really paramount to saying, I can do this program. I don't have the vernacular that Dave Scott does, but I sure have picked up a few of the muscles because those are always sore. So I'm going to kind of roll through some of the muscles that affect mobility, stretching, and strength training around those three key areas: shoulders, thoracic spine, and hips. And I'm sure a lot of you have already heard these terms. If you've ever been to a physical therapist or quite often orthopedic surgeon, they're going to throw out these terms as well. In referencing the shoulder, I'm sure a lot of you have heard this term, my rotator cuff, my rotator cuff. Well, those are the muscles that surround your shoulder joint, and everyone's familiar with your deltoid, and we think of the deltoid as being the muscle that's most prominent, and people like to have striated deltoids. They look great. But we talk about the rotator cuff, and you can kind of remember them in order. It sits. So we've got the supraspinatus, and I'm not going to point those out yet, the infraspinatus, the teres major, and the subscapularis. Now, those are the four of the rotator cuff, but there's a whole slew of other muscles that all work in harmony, particularly on the swim and also the run. But if they are weak or if they're too tight, you're going to feel these on the bike as well. So we've got our upper traps, and we've got our levator, we've got our rhomboids in the back, we've got our lats and our serratus anterior. Those all come into play with shoulder mobility, stretching, and strength training. And so when I talk about the rotator cuff, it's important to have a working knowledge of the range of motion that I'm trying to acquire, and some of those muscles that I just spewed out that you can start to incorporate into your routine. You're going to say, hey, you know what? I feel my supraspinatus acting up right now, and I feel this in my bicipital groove right here. That must be caused by such and such, and I need to do those exercises that Dave Scott showed me.